Okay, guys. Here we are today, back at the Crappie hole. I've had more than a few requests to bring you the type of boat that I'm using, and I'm going to do that today while we have the time because right now the weather, the Crappie have kind of pulled off into deeper water, so I'm going to have to kind of search for them again and locate them until they get ready to come back up in the shallows. But meanwhile, what I decided to do, guys, is to bring you a short tutorial back again at the Crappie Hole tutorial corner, exactly the type of boat that I'm using. Okay, it is a Bass Raider 10E. It's all plastic. It has two pontoons on the side. Okay, and I'm going to put the camera on my chest so you can see it. Okay, this is the full setup here. Um, I purchased this at one of the outdoor stores. Let me bring the camera down just a little bit so you can see it. Um, and I've had this boat now for 2 years. Before I bought it, I did a little bit of research. I looked at the John boats, the aluminum, the 12, 14 footers, and I noticed with this one, when I'm out in the water, the wind doesn't take the bow as much. And also you can see from the side, it has two pontoons on it. Okay, which when I'm out in the water, I can, matter of fact, with me and my fishing buddy, we can stand on top of one side of it and it will not sink and it won't turn over. So it's very, very sturdy. It holds up to 600 pounds. That's fully loaded with two people. I also have an additional seat, which I can fit three people on it without a problem. It is a little bit snug, but generally two full-grown adults is what you're interested in. It's easy to operate, and as you can see, I have two motors on the boat. The one on the back is a 45-pound thrust, and the one on the front is a 28. So I use the one in the rear to get me across the water to the fishing hole that I'm looking for, and then once I get there, I come up to the front. I drop the smaller motor in, and you can see the C-clamp that I have here for my depth finder. Some people call it a fish finder, but in actuality, it's a depth finder because all I'm looking for is structure. So once I find the structure, we know where the fish are around that structure. So as you can see, I flipped that one in the front, and this is my entire rig. You can see how it looks, the spider rig itself. Okay, so it looks like a bunch of minnows that's coming. It actually looks like a school of minnows. Okay, I'm very, 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 very satisfied with the boat. Um, has cup holders on it, very, very sturdy. You can see I keep everything on the side. Cell phone, anything like that. I try to put the cell phone, I hang it around my neck. Also, you can see the cup holders. And it has handles on the side here. You can see those. I think total without the battery, when you pick it up, it's like 68, 70 pounds, somewhere in that ballpark. Very easy to manage. So if you have a pickup truck, you can go from one place to another. And the reason why I chose to go with with this particular one, like I said, I did a lot of research on it, and I had a buddy, word of mouth, and he's had his for about 12 years, and he still loves his. His is still on the water. And also, it comes pre-wired for the motor in the front. So if in fact that you have two motors, you put your battery back here, and you come up to the front. See if I can show you guys. And it has a plug in the front where you can run your second trolling motor or whatever you decide to run out of it. And also you can see right here, let me move these towels. You can see it has rod holders, and I use those. Matter of fact, let me pull it out so you guys can see. So that's where you can store 4 poles when you're riding, but I choose to put my trolling motor in, my spider rig in there. So when I'm not using the spider rig, I use those to hold four poles all together. Very, very sturdy, like I said. And also you can see the clamps that I have on the side right here. You can see the clamps. And with these clamps, I have one on each handle. There are 4 handles, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. And I have these C-clips here. And I use this when I hang my my fish basket. So all I do is just clip it here and it hangs in the water. Okay, so I don't know which seat that I may be located on, so therefore I have 4. So I have one that's readily available for me. Also in the front, it has 2 plugs, which are located right here. If in fact that you do get water in the pontoons, you just turn it right side up, and you just drain the water out. Very, 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 very nice boat. It is I think it's 11 feet, 11.5, almost right at 12 feet. It comes with the boat itself, 2 seats, and I think that's just about it. And the reason why I use this small boat, number one, it's easy for me myself to maneuver. It's not big enough that I have to have 2 or 3 people to do it. And on this private lake, we cannot have gas. Okay, we can only run electric. So both of the motors are electric, and I have a Everstart that I got from Walmart, and it is a deep cycle battery. I think it's the largest one that they make. Very, very good battery, by the way. It comes with a 2-year warranty. Excellent. Charges well. I can run that battery 3 days, okay, without a problem. And again, I'm on an almost 200-acre lake, and very, very satisfied with it. And you can see I have the rope tied off for the anchors. And as a matter of fact, let me come around this side here and show you guys the anchor. Okay, and I got the anchor itself at Walmart as well. Now, this is my suggestion. I have 2 anchors, okay? But I would advise you guys to go with the 15-pound. The 10-pound anchor, if you have 2 people on there, it won't hold you on point. Go with 2 15-pound anchors, or, you know, it is your choice. But I definitely would look at the 15-pound. It's definitely worth it. So I just tied those off, and each rope is it's a 20-foot long rope, okay? And you know, it serves its purpose. So I wanted to give you guys my opinion on the boat itself. You can see I put some other little stickers on there, just kind of jazz it up a little bit. And like I said, this boat is over a year old, and I haven't had any problems with it. And you know, word of mouth is the strongest rep that you can have in you know, around the community. And like I said, a buddy of mine has had his for over 10 years. One other thing I do want to mention. This is what happened to me. As a matter of fact, let me take the camera so you can see me. This is what happened to me. When I was using, this is my second one. I was really, really pleased with the first one, and I decided to sell it to a buddy of mine because he wanted one, and mine came fully loaded. The first one I bought, that I purchased off of one of these sites that you buy used stuff off of, fishing stuff, just about anything that you want. Every time that when I first bought my first one, every time I was going to go get it, it was always sold by the time I got there. And I remember the price it was used. It came with the motor, one motor, battery, 2 seats, and I think it was like $500 used, $550, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it didn't have a trailer to it. But by the time there were 2 or 3 times that I went to go buy it, and each time that I got there, it was always sold. So what I decided to do is check around at some of the outdoor stores, you know, Dick's, Cabela's, Bass Pro, and it was only about brand new, only about $50, $75, $100 more. So I just decided it wasn't worth my time and effort because I knew I was going to spend a lot of time on the boat. So I just went ahead and purchased it new. And guys, let me tell you, I love it. I really and truly do love it. I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of the boat. And I'm going to show you guys a side angle what it looks like with my spider rig. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like when it's in the water. Okay. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to show you now, let me put the camera back on my chest. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. And one of the earlier videos that I showed you guys, You may recall I mentioned to you I didn't want to drill any holes in the boat. So this is our depth finder, and this is the C clamp right here. And what you do is you just take it and you just drop it right down in there like that. And that's your depth finder. So I didn't have to drill any holes or anything such as that. And that made it a whole lot easier. So I just clamped that C clamp to the boat. Matter of fact, let me see if get down to eye level so you guys can see it. Okay, so you can get a real good view of it. And that's what it looks like. You can see I got the clamps on, got handles at the front as well. I'm 100% pleased with it. Haven't had any problems whatsoever. And I thought it would be good, guys, to kind of take the time, since we're in a little bit of a cold front that's getting ready. Well, I wouldn't say a cold front, a little chill front that's coming through, and it will give me. I have a little bit of extra time. Let me take it off real quick. I have a little bit extra time just so I can kind of show you guys exactly what I fish with. I went over the rods, went over the hooks, went over the string, went over the depth finder. But like I said, I had several requests that wanted to know exactly what the 10E entailed. So I am going to be posting this online so you guys will be able to take a look at it. And again, if you like my videos, click the like button right beneath the video, and please subscribe, tell a friend about it, and we'll be seeing you once again back on the water. Okay, thanks for stopping by the Crappie Hole, and have a good day.